Einen wunderschönen guten Tag. Herzlich willkommen im Livestream zur Gamescom 2020. Und ich freue mich. Wird auf jeden Fall ziemlich geil. So, ich mal kurz das hier stumm schalten. So. Ja, sonst hören wir hier gar nichts. Gut. Leute, Gamescom Opening Night Live heute. Es werden, wie die Leute von GameStar gesagt haben, bis zu 38 Spiele vorgestellt. Der Moderator ist anscheinend irgendeiner von den Game Awards, glaube ich, oder so. Genau. So, Leute. Ich bin gespannt drauf. Das verspätet sich ein bisschen noch. Wir können ja schon mal... Oh, war das war falsch. Leel. So, wir können ja schon mal umschalten. Hier haben wir es. Gamescom Opening Night Live. Heute, ich freue mich drauf. So, ich muss kurz gucken, wie das im Stream aussieht. Okay. Man hört, wie ich mich selber durch die Kopfhörer höre. Höre. So. So, ich muss mich jetzt tatsächlich selber nochmal stumm schalten. So, zack. Damit wir dann... Hier ist hier alles super. Ja, hier ist alles super. Damit wir dann hier umschalten können. So. Das läuft alles. Wir können ja mal... bisschen Musik anmachen. So. Gut. Ich bin gespannt auf heute. Viel Musik tatsächlich richtig geil. Valorant 2. Es sind auf jeden Fall auch einige Deutsche hier im Chat unterwegs. Minecraft 2. Metroid Prime 4. Also wie gesagt, die Leute von GameStar haben gesagt, es werden circa bis zu 38 Spiele vorgestellt. Heute hier die Opening Live ist quasi die Eröffnung von der Gamescom 2020. Und ich bin wirklich gespannt. Die Gamescom zieht sich jetzt insgesamt 4 Tage lang digital in einem Livestream. Und ja, Gamescom hat da sogar einen offiziellen Kanal erstellt im deutschsprachigen Raum. Das finde ich auf jeden Fall richtig geil. So. Jetzt gucke ich selber mal bei mir. Okay. Sehr gut. Okay, der liebe Domtendo tut auch darauf reagieren. Das ist supi. So. So Leute, währenddessen das jetzt noch läuft, gehe ich mal kurz weg. Ich bin gleich wieder da. Aber da kann ich mir da nicht so ein... Oh ne, jetzt habe ich hier so ein Fenster drin. Ne, das wollte ich noch gar nicht. Jetzt habe ich es mir hier wieder versaut. Sorry, Leute. So. Ich wollte mir eventuell hier so ein... Ich wollte gucken, ob ich mir hier so ein Fenster... Neues Fenster öffnen. Ja, das wollte ich. Weil da kann ich nämlich noch den Chat beobachten. Während das hier läuft. Genau, da hau ich mir hier jetzt irgendwo das Fenster hin. Am besten so, damit ich sehe. Ja, so ist perfekt. So ist perfekt, Leute. Ich habe jetzt noch den Live-Chat im Blick. Also sollte jemand was reinschreiben, dann geht das auf jeden Fall fit. Ich gehe jetzt mal kurz noch weg. Und bin dann gleich wieder da. So, Leute, ich mache mir jetzt noch schnell was zu essen und danach bin ich gleich wieder da. Chat geschrieben. So. So, Leute. Gar keine Mucke mehr am Laufen, oder was? Ja doch, jetzt. Wollte schon sagen. So, in 5 Minuten geht's los. Kann das sein, dass die ein paar Probleme mit ihrer Musik haben? Was sagen der Chat? So. Man kann das sein, dass sie Probleme mit ihrer Musik haben. Ja, ich glaube, das liegt an denen. Die haben richtig Probleme mit ihrer Mucke. So, ich gehe mal kurz gucken, wie weit mein Essen ist. Ich bin hier mit Essen! So, währenddessen. Ich bin hier mit Essen währenddessen. Währenddessen können wir mal gucken, was denn so hier läuft. So. Aber Leute, die heutige Minecraft City Building Folge, die hat mir wirklich Spaß gemacht, ne? Also die haben auf jeden Fall gesagt, es wird Fall Guys gezeigt, dann das neue Mafia und noch irgendwas anderes. Also auf jeden Fall, wie gesagt, circa 38 Spiele werden heute gezeigt. Und ich bin wirklich gespannt, welche das sein werden. So, ich gönne mir jetzt erstmal, Leute. Ah, vielleicht noch. Gut. Einmal kurz meine Gummis entfernen. Grüße gehen raus an alle, die gerade essen. Oh, Leute. In wenigen Sekunden geht's los. Okay. Let's go, ich bin gespannt.
Hello and welcome to the Gamescom Opening Night Live 2020 pre-show. I'm Kyle Bossman, and this is my hot and stinky apartment. I realize you probably have a lot of questions right now. Like, who is this guy? Not that important. Is this the show? No. Just to be clear, this is the pre-show. This is you and me for the next 20 minutes getting excited about opening night.
Das stimmt, Pre-Show. Dauert noch 20 Minuten, bis die richtige Präsentation losgeht.
That one's got Jeff Keighley. That one's got a budget. It's gonna be fancy looking. Not like this. And then you might be thinking, wait, is the next 20 minutes just this guy with his headband talking to me about stuff? No. It's gonna be some of that, but most of the show is trailers. We have world premiere trailers right here for the pre-show. If anything, my job is just to
Trailer, nice.
time in between trailers. In fact, we should, I think, start off with a trailer. We'll talk about Opening Night Live. It's going to be big and fun and awesome, but I feel like the best way to kick off a pre-show is just to get right into one. Our first world premiere trailer is a game that was just announced earlier this year at an Inside Xbox event from Bandai Namco. This is Scarlet Nexus.
Okay.
Intruders were just detected.
We have to work together.
Or the world will be destroyed. We have so many different powers.
Let's do this. Your ways of doing things, and I have mine.
Scarlet Nexus. Scarlet Nexus, Xbox One, Xbox Series X. Okay.
If you're just now joining us, this is the Gamescom Opening Night Live 2020 pre-show. That was a trailer for a video game and not an anime, and I'm Kyle Bossman, not important. For the next 20 minutes, much less than now, we are counting down the minutes until the big show, Opening Night Live, in which you're going to get fresh looks at Fall Guys Season 2, Destiny 2,
Fall Guys Season 2, Digga? Kriegen wir Einblick oder was? Geil.
Yesterday, we're already going to see more of that tonight. Lots of things to see. Cindy Goodman from IGN is going to be giving out the Gamescom awards for Best PC Game, Best PlayStation Game, Best Xbox Game, as well as talking about some brand new shows from IGN that they are debuting this week at Gamescom. Lots of stuff in ONL. It is going to be a chunky, thick show. But in the meantime, for this pre-show, it is time now for another world premiere on our end. The game next that we're going to see is called Quantum Error. And parents, let me warn you now, it's time to put the kids to bed, because it's about to get scary as hell in here. I don't care if you're in the Western Hemisphere and it is the afternoon.
Digga, der Typ ist irgendwie ein bisschen komisch.
Put the kids to bed.
World Premiere. Hier Dingens. Outlast 3 oder was? Soll es angeblich auch geben nächstes Jahr. Ja, ist nicht Outlast. Oder?
We can control them now. Use them to travel the stars. Humanity's reach will be infinite.
Was ist das? Oh Gott, Quantum Error. Quantum Error, okay.
We've got a lot more world exclusive trailers to go, more pre-show to go, an interview with Jeff Keighley. Next up, we have a car brand synonymous with racing and innovation and a key partner of Gamescom for years, Ford. They're about to exclusively reveal the first ever car made with gamers for gamers. Check it out.
Okay, Renngame.
In 2019, we brought our love of racing to gaming, and Team Fordzilla was born. And that was just the beginning. In May, we launched Project P1 to design a car in collaboration with gamers for gaming. This project was a global first, and our designers let their imagination go wild. So on to our first global announcement. Please welcome our first ever Team Fordzilla Project P1 model.
Wow. Digga, die Cover sah ja geil aus, Digga. Tschüss. Baby. Ist das hier jetzt ein echtes Auto oder ist es Ingame-Auto? Ingame-Auto. Und wenn es ein Real-Life-Car wird, Digga, dann Grüße gehen raus. Das wäre heftig.
And now our second global announcement. You got us so excited with Project P1 that we are now committing to make a real world version of this groundbreaking car.
If I didn't have games, I guess I would just be writing a lot more. Video games and writing are absolutely my two favorite passions, and I just managed to combine them into a job. So I feel like, honestly, I probably would have finished a couple of books.
If there is no game, what else would I do? I mean, I like tech, but you need to do things on the technology. And so if I can't play things, if I wasn't into gaming, yeah, it'll be a lot of TV watching.
If there's out there a universe where I'm not a gamer, then I probably would start to game.
I think
Oh,
I will try
von Pete's Meat.
some smile on the face of everyone.
I would watch a lot more movies,
Den kenn ich auch. Der ist cool.
read more books, and get bored.
Welcome back to the Opening Night Live pre-show. This is only the second year of ONL existing, but I think it is safe to say that this year
So, Leute, hab fertig gegessen.
unconventional. So to tell us what to expect from the show this year, please welcome Jeff Keighley. We are now joined
Oi.
Jeff Keighley, host and executive producer of Opening.
Ja, den kenne ich, den Typen.
How you doing, Jeff?
I'm doing great, Kyle. How are you?
I'm doing okay. So back in April, Gamescom said we're going digital this year. When did you start thinking about ONL and how that's going to look?
Well, we knew last year we were going to do another ONL this year because it was a big success, but yeah, we had no idea what format it was going to take. Normally we are in Cologne. This year we're doing it from Los Angeles, but actually Gamescom came to me and said we definitely want to do ONL. It's a digital event for the whole world, so even if we don't have something physically in Germany, we still want to do this show with you. And I said I was doing Summer Game Fest, and maybe we can bring all these things together to create this grand finale for the show. And all summer I was really hoping to do a show that was a little bit bigger than I've been, broadcasting from home here for many months, and I wanted to do something with kind of a set and a little bit of spectacle to it, and bring the whole industry together, and that's what we're gonna do.
So is it going to be just as long as a regular show?
Yeah, we have like 2 hours of stuff to show folks from across the industry. You know, like the big stuff, the biggest games out there like Call of Duty, and then a lot of really, you know, interesting titles. Of course, we're going to have some amazing next-gen stuff in the show. And,
oh, next-gen, Alter.
Season 2, which has
Fall Guys,
become a
woo!
thing over the past couple of weeks. So it's really fun to have like the big and the small and the surprises and next-gen all blended together. But yeah, it's a full-blown show, 2 hours.
Is it going to be just back-to-back trailers, or are you going to do some interviews and demos?
You will definitely see trailers. You will see some extended gameplay demos of some titles as well. There will be a few interviews with a couple of developers. We've got some special guests. And one thing I will say kind of right out of the gate is that this is not sort of wall-to-wall shock and awe announcements of new games similar to last year at Gamescom. We have some really big updates on games that fans are excited about and meaningful, but you know, the kind of big surprise announcements, we have a few things in the show, and you know, we have lots of great things planned for the Game Awards, but similar to last year, this is really a showcase of like big holiday games coming next year that you know about. So you know, I would tell people to set their expectations to be really meaningful updates on existing games versus blowing you away with you know, surprise shock announcements.
Great. Jeff, I'm personally looking forward to the show.
Well, me too. It's been really fun to build this, but you know, even working with our team, it's been challenging to do things safely in the era of COVID, and it's meant a lot to me that Gamescom has said we still want to do this show, and I think for all of us in the industry, we want that big showcase. So I'm just really
Ich finde diesen Batman-Ring da im Hintergrund richtig geil, und das links kann ich nicht ganz erkennen, aber das sieht auch richtig cool aus.
If we do it right, we're going to hopefully create a magic moment that we haven't felt this summer, right? And a lot of the events this summer have been pre-taped, and they've been great and lots of cool game info, but I really wanted to do something live with a lot of energy to it. So if we do things right, that's what people are about to see.
Very cool. Good luck with everything.
Thanks, Kyle. Thanks for hosting the pre-show.
I'm doing my best. So just so we're all on the same page about what just happened, that was basically an interview with my boss using questions that I mostly already know the answers to. So considering all that, I think that went pretty well. Next up, we do have another world premiere trailer, baby. Vroom vroom honk honk for Dirt 5.
Oh, jetzt habe ich hier die Hälfte verpasst, Alter. So, was ist das hier? Mein Vater kam rein. Beziehungsweise mein Vater hat so eine Tröte da, und damit hat er mich jetzt erschrocken, ey. Jetzt ist er glücklich, jetzt lacht er. Hahaha. Oh, Level Editor. Der Stream laggt auf jeden Fall ein bisschen. Ja, ich finde, das geht, oder? Dirt 5.
So you think like a vampire bit a car and sucked out gas? To be continued. It is now time for the part of the pre-show that I've been reading your live comments. I see them right now. Everybody's blowing up, demanding Kyle's 10 reasons to be excited for opening night live. Well, let's kick it off. Reason number 10 to be excited for Opening Night Live 2020, feeling excited for next gen again. Number 9, Jeff Keighley wardrobe reveal. Number 8 reason to be excited for Opening Night Live 2020, Destiny trailers usually pretty good. Number 7, it will mean this pre-show is finally over. Number 6, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Number 5 reason to be excited for ONL 2020, Shadow Drops. Number 4, Fall Guys Season 2. Number 3 reason to be excited for ONL 2020, actual gameplay from a mysterious PlayStation 5 exclusive. Ooh. Number 2, everything else in my life sucks right now. And the number 1 reason to be excited for Opening Night Live 2020, Jeff Keighley said it's gonna be good. We have one final world premiere trailer to show off, and this trailer is an announcement of a Switch version of a popular game from 2018 that can only be described as Dinosaursy. Enjoy.
World premiere. Switch. Oh.
Turn out differently, huh? Well, the ones before you did too. Because they believed that they were in control. And control, well.
Auch wenn das wahrscheinlich Copyright ist, hoffentlich nicht. Ah, geil.
We are seduced by it, but we never really possess it. You see, life can be tenacious and stubborn.
Oh, ich hätte jetzt richtig Bock auf den Film, ne?
And what makes us such unique creatures is knowing the power of what we're up against and still believing that we can win.
Jurassic World Evolution Complete Edition coming November 3. 3. November ab Nintendo Switch.
That's all we have for you in this very pre-show. Please be excited for the actual Opening Night Live, in which you'll see some Destiny 2, you'll see Fall Guys Season 2, you'll
Destiny
see
2,
Black Ops Cold War, that mysterious PlayStation 5 demo, some things we've probably never heard of before. I think it's going to be a very good show. I'm personally excited about it. Me! I should thank you, actually, for putting up with my nonsense for the last 20 minutes. It is appreciated, but seriously, enjoy the show.
Enjoy the show!
So what's the plan?
To take
Es leckt ein bisschen.
When we feel out of place, disconnected, and divided,
there are always repercussions.
Do we have what it takes?
All right, I'm going in.
To be heroes?
What we're doing here could change things forever.
Tonight, we bring the world together.
You're with us now.
We celebrate who we are.
Yes, it's humanity's chance to repent.
Oh, Ghost of Tsushima. Krass. The future of gaming.
Opening Night Live.
So, ich hoffe, der Sound geht. Ja, was geht?
Welcome to Gamescom Opening Night Live 2020. Now, this
Es geht los, Leute.
Gamescom is of course a little different than normal, and I hope all of you and your families are safe and healthy at home. In 2020, games have comforted and connected us more than ever. And with the launch of PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X later this year, games are only going to get better. Well, all summer, I was hopeful we could get to this very moment, a big live showcase filled with more than 35 games to kick off Gamescom 2020. Tonight, you'll get a first look at Fall Guys Season 2.
Oh yeah.
Gameplay demo of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart for PlayStation
Fall Guys Season 2 bin ich gespannt, Digga. Neue Minigames.
along the way too. But before we start, I want to acknowledge and thank all the
Ich finde das immer geil, wie der die Kamera wechselt. So, guckt er in die und dann in die. Finde ich geil. Gucken, ob der Vater wieder einen erschreckt.
Especially when all of you at home have some pretty insane expectations. I hope tonight reminds you why you love to play games. And with that, we're going to move on to our first game, with a game that was just announced yesterday, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. And joining me is Dan Vondrak from Raven to tell us about the game and give you an exclusive sneak peek.
Dan, how you doing?
Good, Jeff. Thanks for having me here. This has been a dream project for us to work on. From nearly the beginning of development, we knew Black Ops Cold War was going to be a direct sequel to Black Ops 1, and we loved the idea of returning to the pillars built the Black Ops franchise: deniable operations, conspiracy grounded in history, and that shadowy world of paranoia. And we get to mix all those together, drop the player into the 1980s.
Oh, das ist eine geile Grafik, Alter.
And it's really something
Nice.
that we know would feel relevant to today and also uniquely Black Ops.
Well, you start playing with Black Ops, everyone wants to know characters. We saw yesterday in the reveal trailers, you know, some familiar faces. So, you know, Woods, Mason, like, break it down. How does this fit into the Black Ops canon? You said it's a direct sequel, so are we going to see a lot of familiar faces?
Yeah, part of the fun in making this game was bringing back the iconic characters like Woods and Hudson and Mason and seeing how all those personalities mix with some of the new characters. So the campaign takes place in 1981, and we love that we've been able to have so many connections to the original Black Ops and really be that direct sequel to the game.
Now, one thing that I'm really excited about this is you're pushing the storytelling in kind of a new direction with some branches and some options about how you play through the campaign. Can you maybe walk us through your thinking there?
Yeah, one of the driving forces from early in development was to say, let's take this Black Ops thrill ride and infuse it with some player choice and some player freedom. Anything we can do to give the player a little more ownership over their experience. So that starts with allowing the player to create their own character for the Cold War campaign. They can name them and pick a military background and really pretend they are that Black Ops soldier that they want to be.
Ah, Charaktereditor, Hintergrundeditor, weiteres Zeug. Ah, ich finde die Trailer und das Gameplay sehr interessant. Facecam läuft noch, ich habe irgendein Vibrieren gehört.
So some of those choices earlier in the game and some towards the end will actually shape the ending of the narrative of the campaign.
All right, so multiple endings to this game.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That was one of the big things for us. It's like we love that Black Ops has always been willing to take risks, and we all know they did some of this in Black Ops 2. And with our story and with these features, we love paying homage to those early Black Ops.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I remember the
Bin ich gespannt.
All right. Well, Dan, we are excited to see more of it. I know multiplayer reveal is coming in September, but since you got a Switch there, maybe you could flip the switch on something exclusive for us. What are you going to see?
Das leckt ein bisschen.
Yeah, absolutely. This is really exciting because this will be the first time we've done this outside the walls of the development studio. This is a scene from earlier in the game, and it's a critical point that really shows, and it's a that our heroes are going to be battling. So let's take a look.
World Premiere.
1943. Detailed information from the Manhattan Project was stolen from Los Alamos by the Russian spy known as Perseus. 1968, the Vietnam War. Viet Cong soldiers orchestrated by Perseus attempted to steal an American-made nuclear bomb from a U.S. firebase. 5 days ago, while on a mission, we acquired intel that Perseus is in play again and planning an attack on the West. Perseus. The CIA's analysts consider him to be the single largest threat to the free world.
Geile Grafik.
We're all aware of Perseus. We're also aware he's more myth than fact. I mean, personally, I think he's nothing more than the Russian boogeyman.
General Haig, allow me to introduce the man best suited to respond to that. CIA clandestine special officer Russell Adler. He's one of the few people who even come close to capturing Perseus.
Mr. Adler, why should we take this Perseus threat seriously?
You don't have to, sir.
Yeah, then a lot of innocent people are gonna die. Why do you say that?
Sir.
Every time Perseus has come into play, it's shifted the balance of the Cold War. After 13 years of silence, if he's active, something big is gonna happen. Something that will affect the free world. Mr. President,
Sir. Mr. President.
Mr. President, this is Jason Hudson and Russell
I know their names. Who do you think approved their last mission? Is the threat real?
Yes, sir, we believe it is.
Can you stop Perseus?
We can, sir. I've already submitted the requisition for my team.
Sir, their requests are highly irregular. Most likely illegal. If the press gets a hold...
What the hell are you talking about? You know who we are? Every mission we go on is illegal.
Sergeant Woods, plausible deniability is the backbone of our work.
Al, we're talking about preventing an attack on the free men and women of the world. Give Mr. Adler whatever he wants. Gentlemen, you've been given an important task. Protecting our very way of life from a great evil. There is no higher duty. There is no higher honor. And while few people will know of your struggles, rest assured, the entire free world will benefit. I know you won't fail us.
World premiere.
Tonight we have some new game announcements for you guys as well, including this one, a new next-gen narrative action-adventure game from Reflector Entertainment in Montreal. It's called Unknown 9. The game tells the story of Haruna, a woman raised on the streets of India and haunted by visions of her own death. Haruna struggles to understand her mysterious innate abilities to manipulate the unseen. Check out this first look.
Okay. Oh, das sieht ja geil aus. Lol. Auf einmal ist alles ein Hologramm, oder wie? Uncover. Warte mal. Awaken. Announce? Heißt das Announce? Awaken? Awakening? Unknown. Unknown. Nein. Believed Unknown. Unknown 9 heißt das Spiel, okay. Coming to PC and next-gen consoles. Okay.
Alright, let's get to the gameplay. One of this year's biggest games has been Doom Eternal. Tonight we've got an exclusive first look at the campaign expansion called The Ancient Gods Part 1. Check this out.
Oh, jetzt kommt Doom World Premiere. Oh, der wurde geköpft, Bruder. Oh, das Vieh sah heftig aus. Mhm. 10.20.2020. Ne, 20.10.
2020 marks the 25th anniversary of a legendary game studio, BioWare. Tonight, Casey Hudson and the team wanted to give everyone around the world a little taste of what's next. Casey, over to you.
Hey Jeff, it's great to see you again. You know, 6 years ago, we were on the stage with you at the 2014 Game Awards, accepting the Game of the Year for Dragon Age Inquisition. And since then, we've been imagining new ways to use next-generation technology to bring the world and characters of Dragon Age to life. We're still in early production, but we thought it was time to give you the very first look at how BioWare's passionate team of developers are crafting this very special game.
I've been at BioWare for a really long time, so I've got to see it grow up and turn from a company of 35 people to a company of more than 300 people.
There's amazing people in the industry. There's amazing stories to be told with other people.
I love that character so much.
It's awesome. We're very experimental here at BioWare, so we're always coming up with new stuff.
We're always trying to improve, innovate, and bring new characters to life for our players and fans to enjoy.
The world of Dragon Age really has got it all. It's got frontier stories, it's got mystery, it's got hard-boiled detective stories, and of course it's all wrapped up in kind of a fantasy setting.
You really feel like you're the hero in the Dragon Age world and you're saving people.
Dragon Age to me is a wonderful world to play in.
I am really excited about the future of Dragon Age. This is an original world, original flora, original wildlife, original architecture. That makes it fun to explore and discover.
In the next Dragon Age, you get an opportunity to see new things, new places, and interact with people who lived and grew up in these spaces as well.
For the game we're working on now, we want to tell a story. What happens when you don't have power? What happens when the people in charge aren't willing to address the issues?
The things that you can expect in the next installment are going to be stories that focus on the people around you and the friends and family you make.
Something that we'll be able to look forward to in Dragon Age is a really close relationship with game characters who really become real for you.
We want characters to either be loved or hated.
Digga, was hat er für ein Bart?
So that is soulless. Half the community wants to kill him, half the people want to marry him, then another part want to do both.
They call me the Dread Wolf. What will they call you when this is over?
BioWare and EA has been one of the forerunners in using motion magic technology, and that makes it way more realistic when you're looking at the characters and the way they walk and move and interact in the world.
Players want that suspension of disbelief that this wonderful collection of digital pixels is actually a living, breathing soul.
No, it's okay. That's the good kind of rumble.
I actually design bosses. I help with the creature design team as well. So I do all of like the big threats that you have to go up against.
Nobody dies on my watch. For the Wardens!
Choice is a big part of what Dragon Age is as a franchise. The decisions you make can affect change in the world.
Ich finde das schon interessant, wie so Videospiele erstellt werden, so jetzt von der Audio, Gameplay, Designs und so, wie die Synchronrollen und so sind. Das finde ich schon sehr interessant. Das ist krass.
To me, that potential is what gets you up in the morning. It's a fantastic opportunity every time.
Next up, it's time for something special.
What coming jetzt?
Great Scott! I think there's been a serious miscalculation.
Wow, wait, you're, what's his name? Back to the Future?
I'm Emmett Brown.
Stimmt, der ist jetzt von Zurück in die Zukunft, ist der Typ doch.
I did come back from the future to this precise moment on August 27th, 2020, because it's imperative we launch Surgeon Simulator.
Er ist aber auch alt geworden, ey.
And what exactly do you have to do with Surgeon Simulator?
During the mid-20th century, some friends of mine from Lanarkshire University invented a state-of-the-art medical training facility, otherwise known as the Surgeon Simulator Training Program. Now, 70 years later,
Ah, den haben wir schon im Epic Games Store gesehen.
it's unbelievable. You can
Der ist neu.
program through your computer and then be medically trained from the comfort of your keyboard. And it's available as of Great Scott, this very moment. Tonight, I want a world premiere, a few examples of some of the incredibly successful test subjects who have already completed the course.
So you're saying a world premiere will save our future?
Only time will tell. And speaking of time, I'm off to another world premiere, Avengers 26, The Return of the Son of Thanos, opening 2077. And with that, I leave the fate of the human race in your hands. Just make sure you play Surgeon Simulator 2. Now, doctor's orders.
Nein, ach man. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Doc Brown introducing Jacksepticeye playing Surgeon Simulator, only on opening night live. All right, well, if you thought that crossover was kind of crazy, wait until you get a load of this next game announcement that I don't think anyone probably saw coming. Check this out.
World premiere. Head up. Wow. Was ist das denn? Ist das Gameplay? Nee, ne? Nee. Never ever ist das Gameplay. War so klar, dass er da reingeht, um zu zocken, Alter. Tschüss. Zombie-Inversion, Digga. Bridge Constructor, The Walking Dead. Ach du Scheiße. Coming. Oh, Nintendo Switch kommt das sogar. Es kommt für Xbox Series X. Und das ganze andere Zeug da.
Tonight is just the start of Gamescom 2020. Over the next 3 days, there are more streams from IGN and Webedia with in-depth looks at games, a digital cosplay contest, and some special new shows just for Gamescom. Your portal for all things Gamescom this year is Gamescom Now, which you can check out at gamescom.global. Now, one game you'll hear more about later on IGN's post-show is this one, a return of 2 classic characters that I love. Check this out.
Happy Giant.
In a world gone strange.
What the hell?
One elite force stands against the darkness. But even they could use some help.
Here, slip on this little beauty for effect.
Sam, I'm blind. Oh.
Was ist das für ein Game, Digga? Stay tuned for more info.
The return of Sam and Max. Yes. All right. And now it's time to say hello to my
Kenn ich nicht.
wonderful host for ONL from IGN. Please say hello to Sydney Goodman.
Thank you, Jeff. What's up, everyone? I'm Sydney Goodman, and I am thrilled to be here.
Schönen guten Tag.
Gamescom is always such a fun event, and throughout the show tonight, I'll be telling you about all the different ways that IGN is involved in this year's festivities. But first, I have an award to announce. The winner of Best Nintendo Switch Game is Little Nightmares 2. Huge congratulations. Like I said, IGN is going to be here for all of Gamescom with great shows such as
Okay, das beste Spiel für Nintendo Switch anscheinend Little Nightmares. Interessant.
Plus, we have Gamescom Awesome Indies, the show with and for indie developers. That premieres Saturday, August 29th at 7 p.m. Central European Time, so be sure to tune in for more announcements and special guests. And now, let's go back to Jeff for our next big world premiere.
Next bit world premiere, Leute.
Sid, we are so excited to see what's in the Gamescom studio and also Awesome Indies, and I'm going to be on the Daily Show tomorrow, so looking forward to that. All right, well, on to our next game. In the next World of Warcraft expansion, players will journey beyond the mortal world of Azeroth to a place where no living soul has set foot before. The Shadowlands, the afterlife of an entire Warcraft universe. The infinite realms of the Shadowlands are watched over by different factions, known as Covenants, each holding dominion over a different aspect of the afterlife. And depending on how someone lived their mortal life, they may end up as part of one of these Covenants when they cross over into the Shadowlands. Today, we're excited to give you a closer look at the noble and pure Kyrian Covenant from the realm of Bastion, who are charged with carrying the souls of the dead into the beyond. So sit back and get ready for the world premiere of Bastion, the first in Blizzard Entertainment's new 4-part series of animated shorts called Afterlives. Enjoy.
Okay. Ich wollte auch live.
Light, save my soul.
Uther.
Where am I?
Welcome to Bastion. You led a truly selfless life, and for that, you have been chosen.
Chosen?
To shed your mortal burdens and join the ranks of the Ascended, serving to ferry the souls of the dead unto the Shadowlands.
I serve the light, and my work is not done. There is an evil that must be...
There is no evil here. The darkness was sealed within the Maw long ago.
You're wrong. He destroyed my home, murdered my people and my king. He must be punished.
You are an aspirant now. You must accept your new...
Alter, dieser Größenunterschied, Digga. Oh Gott, jetzt bin ich an mein Mikro gekommen.
What I desire is justice.
Devos, why are you training this soul? It is beneath your station as a paragon.
He cannot let go. he continues to demand retribution for his death.
And this concerns you? Many souls take eons to ascend.
Yes, but this one seems broken, Thenios. Unlike any soul I have seen, I have begun to wonder whether he was deemed worthy of Bastion. By mistake.
Be careful, Devos. I would not let the Archon hear such a thought. In time, he will forget. Trust our ways. Trust the path. Devos, how long must we train?
Until you are ready to ascend.
And what is keeping me from ascension?
Nothing but the memory of your mortal life.
How can I forget when I can still feel his blade?
Your soul is wounded? Who did this to you?
He was my student. He betrayed us all.
Show me. The runes on his blade were unmistakable. This dark agent runs free on a mortal world with the power of the Maw itself in hand. Our realm is imperiled.
Impossible. The Maw is inescapable. You must return to the path.
If he had purged his life, we never would have known of this calamity. The path is flawed.
Enough! The order of the Shadowlands depends on the execution of our eternal charge. You will abandon this course.
As you command, my Archon. Uther! The time of your ascension has come.
I thought I was not ready.
Do you wish to see him punished?
I do.
Then prepare yourself. The moment he falls, we will claim him.
I see. Only darkness before me.
Now, cast him into the maw. Return him to the
Also, mich spricht das jetzt nicht so an, würde ich nur mal sagen. Ehrlich gesagt nicht so meins. Aber wem es gefällt, dem gefällt's, ne? Gibt Leute, die sowas mögen. Geht mir aber ehrlich gesagt ein bisschen zu lange. Aber vielleicht ist es das ja ein super krasses Game, was alle hypen, bloß ich verstehe den Hype nicht so. Ich glaube, ihr wisst, was ich meine, ne? World of Warcraft! Shadowlands.
All right, hope you guys enjoyed that exclusive look at Bastion. Now we know many of you can't wait to
Ich finde diesen Typ da links und rechts, den finde ich richtig geil, Alter.
is almost over.
Am 27.10.2020 Enter the Shadowlands. Okay, das war jetzt nochmal so ein kleiner Einblick in World of Warcraft. Oder aber dieser eine Typ da am Ende, der war ja maximal geil designt und sah richtig einfach geil aus.
October 27th, it is official, and we have so much more opening night live still to go for you. Ratchet and Clank, PlayStation 5, much more. Stay tuned. All right, but now it's time for the announcement of a new universe that is coming to gaming for the first time with a project from a Canadian studio. Check this out.
Warum muss es laggen?
Have returned. They corrupted. Until finally.
Hallo. Ja, Digga, sag mal, jetzt reicht's aber. Sag mal, muss ich jetzt hier Seite neu laden oder was? Ja, die Präsentation laggt anscheinend bei sehr vielen. Bruder. Laggy Lob, Digga. Ja, wir haben jetzt nichts von dem Spiel gesehen. Ich meine, interessiert hat es mich, ich glaube, eh nicht von dem, was ich jetzt hier sehe, aber... Sag mal, können die nicht mal einen ordentlichen Livestream herstellen? Ja, Crash Bandicoot ist ein Game, was ich liebe, Digga. Ah, why is this so laggy? Ey, sag mal... Sag mal... Crashing the Stream... Ja, Digga, ich lade die Seite jetzt hier nochmal neu, Digga. Ey, das kann nicht sein. Yo, Bro! Das ist ein geiler Roboter.
Tell us more about what we just saw. I'm joined by Lou Studdert from Toys for Bob. What there crash the games
what he was
playing Crash 4 narrative.
Die Figur im Hintergrund ist geil. Jetzt geht's wieder.
Before the events of Crash Bandicoot 1, and they're kind of these devious puzzle rooms that we've made, and they're really hard and they're really awesome and they're super. We can't wait.
Crash Bandicoot ist ein richtig geiles Game, Alter. Also das feiere ich.
How are they going to be integrated into the game? Are they optional, like offshoot stuff, or how do you get to them?
Sure, so players actually have to collect the flashback tapes in the levels themselves. They're an object to pick up.
Ich finde die Figur richtig geil. Und generell das im Hintergrund, das feiere ich so.
It's kind of our homage to the death routes from the original trilogy. So players have to reach these objects in the level, pick them up, and then once they get them, they'll get access to these unique levels.
So beyond the pure challenge, what other?
Sure. So one of the things that we did was we actually used these as, like I said, puzzle rooms. Really kind of fun, nefarious, devious ways for Crash to really express that pure plumbing kind of aspect of gameplay that we know.
Also es scheint bei denen ordentlich zu lecken, Alter.
For us, it was really cool to layer in kind of a unique perspective to the franchise. This is the moment when Cortex is really excited about the prospect of Crash being on his team, because Crash was originally crewed by Cortex, and so this is a weird point in time that's never really been explored in things before.
Awesome. All right, well, Crash 4, It's About Time looks phenomenal, Lou. We cannot wait to check it out in October. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Awesome. All right, well, we will be right back after this for more Gamescom Opening Night Live.
Okay, jetzt aber bitte lagfrei, ja? Was ist das? Apex Legends oder was? Nee, ich glaube, ist nicht Apex Legends, oder? Nee, Apex, was hat Apex auch auf der Gamescom verloren, Digga? Warum leckt das denn so, Digga? Also an mir liegt's nicht, das haben auch viele andere das Problem, Digga. Was soll das? Server überfüllt oder was? Sieht aber geil aus, das Game, Alter. Sieht richtig geil aus. Gefällt mir. Nee, ich finde das vom Design her richtig cool, das Game. Durch mein Spielegenre ist das jetzt nicht, aber... Boah, geil. Outriders, Holiday 2020, Square Enix. War das gerade Werbung? What the fuck? Was ist das? Sieht auch cool aus. Join the future of Battle Royale. Fortnite in der Zukunft oder was? PlayStation 5, Xbox One. Und PC stand da, glaube ich, oder? Urban, Vehicle Fast Patch, Hyperspace, Play Free Now. Up to 4 versus... Ey, das Spiel hatten sie schon in der Indie World gezeigt, Alter. Was hat das auf der Gamescom verloren? Build Your Dream Team. Japan, Fußball. Ich frage mich, was so welche Spiele auf der Gamescom verloren haben, weil ich... Sieht irgendwie geil aus. Ich wollte gerade sagen, ob das Fallout ist, weil mich das irgendwie am Anfang an Fallout erinnert hat, aber... Haus... Was stand da? Digga, das ist so schnell, kann ich gar nicht lesen.
Why would someone like you want to know about an all-female gang of psychopaths, drug dealers, killers, cloners, and... Oh, makes sense. And Escher will cut you up just for the fun of it.
Ah, Rage ist das doch, oder?
Big. That's it.
Ist das nicht Rage? Weil die Frisuren mich irgendwie an Rage erinnern. Ist das nicht Rage? Jetzt mal ehrlich, ist es Rage?
gang warfare.
Nee, aber es ist kein Rage, nee, oder?
Hell, sometimes just for fun. So, think you're ready? Necromunda under hype.
Nee, Necromunda.
Xbox One and PC on September 8th.
Okay. Oh, Future of Gaming.
Além de realidades virtuais extremamente fidedignas e realistas, eu acho que
Bitte auf Deutsch.
se encontra em formas mais expressivas e absurdas, quebrando cada vez mais esses paradigmas de formato de videogame que a gente tem e sendo usado mais do que nunca como uma ferramenta de expressão artística.
I envision the future of gaming to be quite bright and quite online.
The next generation of console will clearly allow AAA and indie developers to build more creative-driven games that I hope will cover more diverse subjects.
I want to play all kinds of stories about people and places, both real and imagined. I want comedy games, I want autobiographical games. I really want to see what people can do with the medium.
Pro futuro dos games, eu vejo uma evolução obviamente gráfica, mas eu vejo ainda mais evolução na inteligência artificial e na maneira com a qual a gente interage com os games, tudo em busca de experiências mais imersivas.
The Future of Gaming. Das sieht geil aus.
You know, one of the things I love about opening night is that we can show you the biggest games in the industry and also smaller titles that should be on your radar. So pay attention to this next game. It comes from a team of 2 in Sweden, Tuxedo Labs. Over the past 3 years, developer Dennis Gustafsson has built his own game engine to realize his vision for a fully destructible game world. What he's building has absolutely blown me away, so I asked Dennis to prepare a special trailer just for tonight. I hope you're equally inspired by the ideas in this next game. Definitely one to watch. Teardown.
World Premiere. Minecraft? Play in a true interactive. Entweder Minecraft oder Lego. Kann man das auch im Multiplayer spielen? Wenn ja, habe ich übelst Bock drauf. Ich finde das grafisch echt nicht schlecht und wenn das so eine Art Sandbox ist oder so, finde ich geil. To perform the perfect heißt. Also ein Mission Game. Okay, das finde ich bis jetzt das beste Spiel. Also was mich persönlich anspricht. Ich mag einfach diesen Minecraft-Stil. Das finde ich einfach cool. Ja, feiere ich. Ich feiere das Spiel. Teardown. Für was kommt das raus? Oh, wow.
Last year at Opening Night Live, we announced Little
Das beste Switch-Spiel.
Well, the team at Tarsier Studios hasn't shown anything since, but that changes right now. Here is a first look at the gameplay of Little Nightmares 2, which is coming next February, with more to come throughout the Gamescom,
ein zweiter Teil.
including a live demo on Gamescom Studio tomorrow.
Von Bandai Namco. Nein, du sollst nicht laggen. Blöder Stream. Und tatsächlich, ne? Ich habe zwar den ersten Teil noch gar nicht gespielt, aber ich finde das, was ich hier gerade sehe, echt geil. Also wirklich dieses Minecraft-Game und Little Nightmares hier, das finde ich geil. Waren bis jetzt die besten Spiele meiner Meinung nach, die sie gezeigt haben. Tschüss. Outlast 2.0. Ach du Scheiße. Bruder. Also, gruselig ist es auf jeden Fall, finde ich. Oh nein. Little Nightmares 2. Für PS4, Xbox One, Switch und PC. Digitaler Download. Oh nee.
WWE Hall of Famer Jerry the King Lawler, and I'm reuniting with my old buddy Mauro Ranallo to bring you all the over-the-top action in WWE 2K Battleground. Mamma mia! This is great. This arcade-style video game is over-the-top outrageous with over.
Also, das Spiel feiere ich sowieso nicht. Oder diese Spielreihe. Das ist für mich gar nichts.
It's a great evening for WWE action. Oh wow!
Nicht meins.
Man, it's so good to see the Bella Twins at their best. Now, let's keep this party rolling with another match.
Der Typ sieht auch so angeberisch aus irgendwie. Er ist der Ring King. Hat er da gerade den Schiedsrichter weggeschleudert? Ne, jetzt fängt es wieder an zu laggen.
Hello again. I have even more awards to announce, so let's get right down to it. The winner of Best Action Adventure Game is Watch Dogs Legion.
Oh, Watch Dogs ist geil, Digga. Oh, geil. Wow, Star Wars. Oh, das ist auch richtig geil, das Spiel. Nice. Das soll, glaube ich, komplett in VR sein, kann das sein? Oder sollte. Oder soll ein Update bekommen, keine Ahnung. Was? Okay, kenne ich jetzt nicht. Weiß jetzt auch nicht, was der Sinn hinter dem Spiel ist. Wahrscheinlich muss man Dinge hacken und dann kommt man weiter, keine Ahnung. What the hell? Das sieht interessant aus.
It was time for the world to learn my name.
Congratulations to all the winners! As I mentioned, IGN will be here for all of Gamescom with great shows and new ways for you to get all your gaming news. Check it out.
Gamescom 2020 is the heart
Boah, ich liebe diesen Roboter.
right here on IGN. We've turned the single biggest show in gaming into 5. Gamescom now is your virtual show floor with up to the second.
Ich will diesen Roboter zu Hause haben. Gamescom, schenkt mir bitte so einen.
Ever late late night talk show, our Gamescom Awesome Indie Show, the freshest deep cuts in indie gaming, and finally the Gamescom Best of Show, including the Gamescom Award. Gamescom 2020 is available on IGN and wherever you stream Gamescom now.
And now it is time to talk about that best action game winner, Star Wars Squadrons. This is a new immersive space combat game from Motive Studios that delivers the ultimate Star Wars pilot fantasy. We've missed those. In Squadrons, you'll suit up and fly for both the New Republic and the Galactic Empire across intense 5v5 multiplayer battles, as well as an all-new, authentic single-player story set after the events of Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. Today, we'll get a glimpse at what Squadron's story has to offer by taking a brief look at one of the single-player missions featuring some light narration by the Motive team. Let's check.
We all choose our path, light or dark.
Boah, Digga, die Musik, Digga.
The Empire chose to destroy Alderaan in order to spread fear and douse the fires of rebellion. But the heroic pilots of the Rebel Alliance have chosen to keep fighting, to show the Empire that we are not afraid. It was their bravery that ended Palpatine's reign and brought about a new
Oh, wen haben wir denn hier?
The Empire lives on, shattered though it may be. As I speak, Imperial forces are edging toward the Barrier sector, hoping to end on the Republic. As their empire collapses, they try to tighten their grip. But the galaxy is changing, and you can be a part of it. With the help of brave and daring pilots, this war can end. Make a choice. Fly with the New Republic. Change our galaxy for the better.
Hi, I'm Suzanne Hunka, narrative producer on Star Wars Squadrons. Our single-player story is one of daring pilots and deep-seated rivalries.
Take Titan Squadron. Hunt down this Starhawk and eliminate it.
Gladly, Admiral Sloane.
Over the course of the story, you'll fly as two pilots on opposite sides of the war. And, like all modes in Star Wars,
Oh, sieht das geil aus.
experience every mission fully immersed in VR.
Wedge Antilles, Rogue Squadron. I hear you're the reason I was able to finally get a comm through.
Today, we're giving you a glimpse of an early Imperial mission behind enemy lines.
One of our spies, Agent Thorne, has discovered vital intelligence on Project Starhawk. Your mission is to extract her from an orbital outpost above Hosnian Prime. Behind enemy lines, you'll have to eliminate perimeter defenses.
Boah. Also ich mag das Spiel jetzt schon, ne? Bin so gehypt auf dieses Game.
Once Thorne is secure, reach your Gozanti cruisers and return to the Overseer.
Cover our escape and escort us to the jump point. We have Republic corvettes inbound. Move, Titan.
Ladies, change course and keep Agent Thorne safe. Titan 3, take out those fighters.
Understood. I'll handle it.
You have my thanks, Titan Squadron.
No time to celebrate. Move on.
Boah, geil.
Each mission will immerse you into the escalating conflict between the New Republic and a shattered empire. Debrief with your squad mates between missions.
You're our new wingmate.
Customize and master all 8 starfighters and join the galaxy's finest.
Was, wir können unseren Starfighter customizen? Geil.
From bombing runs at the Nadiri dockyards to setting a trap in the Xavian abyss. The story of these rival squadrons will push the war to the brink and define the galaxy for years to come. I look forward to seeing you in combat October 2nd.
Am 2. Oktober Pilots Wanted Star Wars Squadrons.
That is not all EA has to share from a galaxy far, far away today. At Star Wars Galaxy Edge, you can enter the world of Batuu, where you can visit Oga's Cantina or jump into the Millennium Falcon on a run to Smuggler's Cove. It was this incredible adventure at Disneyland Resort and Walt Disney World Resort that inspired the Sims latest game pack. Check this out.
World Premiere. Nein! Sims bekommt ein Star Wars Update? Was? Haha! Wie geil ist das denn? Geil. Leute, ich liebe es. Wie geil ist das denn bitte? Am 8.9. nächsten Monat, Bruder. Steam, PlayStation, Origin. Digga, hol ich mir, Leute. Hol ich mir für Sims. Ich hab Sims ja auch auf dem PC, Digga. Hol ich mir. Ja, Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga. Da freue ich mich auch so drauf, Alter. Das hol ich mir für Switch, Digga. Geil. Also Star Wars, geil. Nice. Ich bin gehypt. This interactive thriller about a man stuck in a time loop is one of this year's most intriguing indie titles, and now they've added an absolutely all-star cast to the game. Daumen hoch geben dafür. At 12 minutes.
All right, close your eyes. I want you to think of a flower. Look at its colors.
Es laggt wieder.
Now I want you to imagine it changing, moving backward, returning to its bud. Think of that bud, unopened. Look at it as a whole, then silently repeat these phrases. May you be free from suffering. May you be free from fear. May you know peace and joy.
Daisy Ridley? Das ist die Schauspielerin von Star Wars, die Rey. Aha. Lol, für Xbox. Wow, Digga.
That's going to be a really special indie game. So glad to announce that here on the show. Now, last year at the Game Awards, we announced Godfall, a new looter shooter coming to PlayStation 5 and PC from Counterplay. Tonight, we've got a quick sneak peek of one of the new Valor plates with more footage coming as part of Gamescom 2020. Check this out.
Okay, Godfall. Habe ich jetzt nicht mehr ganz im Kopf? Boah, sieht aber geil aus. Es laggt wieder. Warum? Habe ich jetzt nicht so viel am Hut mit, aber ja. Ja. Achso, ich dachte, wow. Zeig's doch einfach jetzt.
Expansion was released on PC, Xbox, and PS4, and today it's also on Switch, all platforms. Here's a look at the heart of Deimos.
Okay, jetzt kommen die ganzen Demos, die jetzt kommen demnächst.
Explore. Tear the veil asunder. Subvert new territory to our sovereign will. But that was what it wanted too. It raged unchecked through metal, bone, flesh. Life. We are infested with it.
Discover the madness beneath the diamonds. What the fuck?
The gateway is failing. The jaws close. The final heartbeat approaches.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
But before we fall,
Wow.
we shall
Also ein paar Viecher sehen ja echt creepy aus, Alter.
is one who will hear the heart of Deimos.
Warframe, Heart of Deimos. Why gaming is more important.
People have been discovering or rediscovering video games during lockdown, whether it be older people or bored teenagers or middle-aged parents.
Geiles Kinderspielzeug im Hintergrund, also.
Together with their kids. And I think I've given out more advice about video games in 2020 than any other time ever. And as a result, it's more important than ever that we keep making different, interesting things for folk to play.
A pandemia pela qual a gente está passando tem sido um período difícil a todos. Então, nesse momento, eu acho que a gente precisa lembrar de mostrar mais empatia, demonstrar mais amor, mais carinho e saber que a gente vai sair dessa juntos. Vai ser difícil, mas isso tudo vai passar.
I hope everybody gets healthy and safely through this coronavirus time. Care about other people and wear your masks.
Jogos são, na minha opinião pessoal, a forma de arte mais incrível de se expressar. Eles englobam tudo: música, arte, escrita, e você tem a chance de controlar e vivenciar essas experiências você mesmo. É mágico, é maravilhoso. Jogos são por amor.
Watch Dogs? Nee. In-engine footage.
Watch who you stepping, them snakes all around, you know they connected. When I was a kid, my grandmama told me I can't go to heaven, so I stopped praying and asking for blessings and started preparing for my Armageddon. Got nothing to lose, I'm all in. Walking the edge, don't fall in. Enough of the lies, don't apologize, I don't understand. Are you foreign? This is the place, this is the site. Grab all your people and log in. I'm waiting, don't care how long it's gonna take. Watching the waiting for that first mistake. Don't come up missing, just checking the list. I'm always aware of your current position. I just hold on to the perfect condition. Coming alive. Heat of the night. Now is the time. Coming alive. Heat of the night.
Override. Konnte ich nicht mehr lesen, weil das immer so schnell weggeht, Alter.
All right, guys, we're back officially into hour 2. We've got an hour more of great stuff to show you. Destiny 2 Beyond Light. Stasis, you're going to see a brand new look at that. Fall Guys Season 2 and Ratchet & Clank for PlayStation 5 and so much more across the next hour. Opening Night Live continues, and it just is the start of Gamescom 2020. But right now, on September 25th, Mafia Definitive Edition launches, a comprehensive, built-from-the-ground-up remake of the original Mafia. Tonight, we've got the exclusive debut of the next trailer, called A Life of Reward Too Big to Ignore, which deals with Tommy's induction into the Salieri crime family. Check this out.
Okay, jetzt Mafia kommt wahrscheinlich jetzt. Mafia.
All these guys in this room, they're here because they have the only thing that matters to me.
Sieht aber auch geil aus, ne?
Only thing that should matter to any of us. You know what that is, Tommy?
They're loyal.
That's right.
One day you're busting your back, doing an honest day's work in a city that's been trying to scrape you off its heels since the day you stepped off the boat. And the next you're stuffing your pockets full of Salieri's dirty money.
Go get him, Tommy!
Teach these boys a lesson. Break every bone.
Boom, 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 boom.
You want me to become one of those Wall Street boys?
Don't sass me, Tommy. I'm trying to teach you the ropes, so you don't get strangled by them.
Das sieht so geil aus, ne, das Spiel. Und Gameplay-technisch ist es auch geil.
Don Salieri, you won't ever need to worry about me.
Okay. Welcome to the family.
Mafia. Xbox, PS4, Steam, Epic Games Store.
Next, we're going to introduce you to a turn-based multiplayer strategy FPS from a team in Montreal, Canada. Lemnis Game is coming in early 2021 and has a unique mechanic built around a 25-second time loop. Check this out.
What is that? Gibt irgendeinen Shooter oder so? Funktioniert die Facecam noch? Ja, ne? Ja. Scheißstück. Ja. Jetzt bin ich gespannt, Alter. Dieses Spiel werde ich mir auf jeden Fall holen, aber Gameplay und Cutscenes und whatever, Leute. Jetzt bin ich gespannt. Kommt, haut raus. Alles. Gameplay-Trailer. Oh mein Gott.
I want to learn the ways of the Force and become a Jedi like my father.
Das sieht so geil aus, Alter.
The Force is unusually strong with him. That much is clear. Twisted by the dark side. Skywalker.
What the fuck? Yo. Was? Dieser Humor in den Lego-Spielen ist so geil. Oh, geil. Das Spiel sieht so schön aus. Digga, Gänsehaut hier. Seht ihr das? Ich krieg grad ehrlich gesagt ein bisschen Gänsehaut hier. Meine Beine sind auf jeden Fall ordentlich mit Gänsehaut voll, Digga. Oh. Seht ihr das? Ich glaube, ihr seht das nicht, aber... Das ist gerade geil.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me. So be it, Jedi.
Geil. Tschüss. Geil. Einfach nur geil. Ich hol's mir für Switch. Das kommt sogar für PS5 raus, WTF? Lol, das kommt erst nächstes Jahr.
Man, Lego Star Wars looks so fun coming to next gen as well. All right, we'll be right back with more world premieres from huge new games like Ratchet & Clank, Rift Apart, Medal of Honor, Above and Beyond, and Destiny 2. But before that, here's a look at a game that is launching tonight on Nintendo Switch and Steam. It's called Struggling from Frontier, a fun physics-based platform.
Destiny 2 kommt für Switch und Steam heute? Hab ich das richtig verstanden? Ach so, ne. Das Spiel kann man anscheinend... Ich finde dieses Spiel so ekelhaft, ey. Ich glaube, das kenne ich. Das habe ich schon mal in der... Ich glaube, das war in der Indie-World drin. Ich finde das Spiel hässlich und ekelhaft. Was ist das ekelhaft, Alter? Warum machen die immer Werbung für Red Bull? Haben die eine Partnerschaft gerade oder was? Oh, jetzt Xbox, Digga. Fluch der Karibik. The Empires of the Past. World of Empires oder was? Reboot for a new game? Stand da Game? Sieht auf jeden Fall geil aus. Sieht geil aus, ja. 4K Ultra HD, aha. Tschüss. Two new civilizations. Die Inka. Und was noch? The Swedes. Schweden wahrscheinlich, glaube ich, heißt ist das, ne? Ja. Two new game models. History. And 4 challenge missions. Okay. Cross-Plattform Multiplayer. Crossplay. Das laggt wieder. Age of Empires 3. Was will der Typ denn jetzt? Windows 10, Steam, Xbox Game Pass. Okay. Sag mal. Pre-order now. Little Hope. The Dark Pictures. Digga, was leckt das denn so? Tschüss. Was zeigen die denn jetzt hier alles? Machen die das mit Absicht oder ist das einfach bloß ein Streamfehler? Rise from... Tschüss. zu Racing Legend. Project Cars 3. Das ist auch ein geiles Spiel dann.
I gotta say, the game that I've given the most hours to, that I love going back to, is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I have to say, since Origins came out, this new reboot of Assassin's Creed, so to speak, that was my first time getting into it, and I have put almost 400 hours into Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
At the moment I enjoy to play Fall Guys with my friends. It's very funny, easy to learn but hard to master.
I have a few games that I binge play, games that I return to every year. Halo, the entire Master Chief Collection, is really a big one for me where that's concerned. But I also still just casually binge Animal Crossing, and I've been doing that basically all year.
Animal Crossing.
I've done Animal Crossing since I downloaded it. I find the daily repetitive rhythm so soothing and predictable. Although much like my house, my island is still a complete 10.
Up next, we have the award for Best Microsoft Xbox Game. And the winner is Tell Me Why. Congratulations to Don't Nod Entertainment. Well, after a big day of Gamescom events and announcements, you'll be happy to know that IGN is going to help you digest all that info with Gamescom Daily Show, where you can get all the daily highlights and a late night show experience from gamers for gamers. Back to you, Jeff.
Thank you very much, Sid. And by the way, congratulations to Don't Nod for Tell Me Why, a really important game that is out now that you can play on Xbox and Game Pass. And as we know, there's a lot going on in the world, and that goes beyond the pandemic. Between social conflicts we're seeing in the news and acts of nature, we can see how vulnerable we as people can sometimes be. And now I think it's as important time as ever to remember to come together and support one another. We are a global gaming community. There are millions of people watching tonight, and I know we're all here because we love games and we know that games are good in the world and can bring us together, and I think we've all felt that in 2020. So I think that's really important to remember amongst all the games and trailers. All right, well, one way as a community we can come together to do some good is the Gamescom Forest. Gamescom has launched a reforestation project by planting a Gamescom forest together with the community. Gamers worldwide can go to gamescom.global and donate to plant more trees. So let's plant a forest together. All right, well, now we're
Spenden sammeln für Bäume pflanzen.
Chorus is a dark space combat shooter where players take control of Nara on a quest to destroy the dark cult that created her, featuring rich, ray-traced 4K 60 FPS environments on next-gen hardware. Here is the first look at gameplay from Chorus.
World premiere.
You have broken my heart. For your betrayal, you will be broken.
Curves. PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, PC, Rise. Ja, ging so. Fall Guys.
Woo! If one game has defined the summer of 2020,
ja.
It absolutely is
Gib's mir,
Fall
Digga.
Guys from Mediatonic in London and Devolver. This game is setting records and putting a much-needed smile on everyone's face.
Zeig mir neue Games, neue Skins, alles, Digga.
At its absolute best. Well, soon the Fall Guys experience will evolve with Season 2. There's a lot of new stuff coming, and tonight, Mediatonic is about to give you an exclusive sneak peek at what's next. Get ready, I think the internet is about to freak out. Here it is, Fall Guys Season 2.
Oh Leute, jetzt. Komm, zeig mir neue Games. Level Editor. Bitte Level Editor.
Hey, I'm Joe. I'm the lead game designer on Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, and I just want to reach out and say thank you to everyone who's been playing and enjoying the game so far.
As a team, we've been looking at all the fan arts, the memes, and the montages that people are posting online, and the response to the game.
Oh, der Kuchen ist geil.
Today, we just wanted to give everyone their first sneak peek at the rounds and the costumes that they can be enjoying as part of Fall Guys Season 2.
Oh, neues Minigame.
In Season 2, you'll be dressing your Fall Guy as a medieval hero and competing across
LOL?
new rounds inspired
LOL?
by quests from the Middle Ages. Traverse giant drawbridges, dodge swinging axes and scale
No, bloß neue Maps oder was?
ultimate game show glory.
Oh, Leute. Trotzdem sieht geil aus, Digga. Feier ich. Komplette Level Editor. New Customs. Fresh Meals. Ha! Geil. Alter, man muss sich das zurechtschieben, damit man da hochkommt. Das ist ja geil.
We hope you've enjoyed the sneak peek of Fall Guys Season 2. We're still adding the finishing touches to development, but if you want to stay up to date, then @Fall Guys Game on Twitter is where you want to be. See you on the start line.
Ich hätte jetzt gerne noch einen Level-Editor gesehen, aber naja.
My father has Colorado in the palm of his hand.
Was ist das schon wieder?
And he's afraid to close his fist. I am not.
Liberty's got more brains and cunning than both her brothers put together. She's the only one who could actually run Colorado. She's already tried once.
Vic's a depraved child. And Val's
What the fuck? Oh, Digga. Digga, dieser Stuhl, ne?
for glory when I was right there. Go back to Arizona, Rangers, and I'll pretend none of this happened. Stay, and you die alone.
Westland. Habe ich das richtig ausgesprochen? PS4, Xbox und PC.
I really haven't found any new
Peter!
appreciation for gaming at this time because my appreciation for gaming before couldn't be higher.
Com certeza, jogos multiplayer preenchem completamente a conexão social que eu preciso ter com outras pessoas nesses tempos de isolamento. E é o mais próximo que a gente pode ter de experiências reais com pessoas que estão longe da gente.
You get to travel all over the world in games, which is something I've always taken for granted. At the moment I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima and, you know, I kind of prefer it to the real Japan just because I've
Sieht ein bisschen weird aus, was sie hier hat, so. Ja.
I appreciate games a lot more than films, music or whatever, and it's just fine for me to have the time to play with friends or even with my family, to have a lot of fun.
I've been mostly at home with small children and gaming is the only thing that I get to do for myself anymore. I find it's not only an escape, it's also a way to challenge my brain.
Gaming is becoming clearly more important for a lot of people. You know, play is a natural instinct, and from Animal Crossing to The Last of Us Part 2 or Ori, yes, it's definitely an incredible time now to be a gamer, yes.
Hey everyone, I'm Vince Sampella, head of Respawn Entertainment. When we set out to create Medal of Honor Above and Beyond, we knew we wanted to bring the series back to its roots. The Medal of Honor franchise is known for its powerful and exciting single-player stories that put the player in the boots of a soldier who was there. It's a series that is grounded in history, which tells emotionally authentic stories. Peter Hirschman, who directed the original Medal of Honor in 1999, is back at the helm of this project. You'll hear more from him in just a bit. Peter and I actually worked together on Medal of Honor Allied Assault in 2002, and I'm really happy he's joined us at Respawn to craft a completely new experience in VR. The team is creating a riveting and emotional journey through World War II like you've never seen or played. It weaves in the personal stories of the veterans and survivors of the war through powerful interviews that help set the stage for what players will experience. It's more than just a game. And we could not be more excited to show the world the next look at Medal of Honor Above and Beyond and the game's action-packed story. Let's take a look.
Oh, ist das hier Dingens? Black Ops oder wie das heißt? Oder ist das von dem, was der Typ gerade gesagt hat? Ah ja, ist von das, was er gelabert hat.
Inside Gestapo headquarters, and we don't know what it is.
We're gonna have to improvise here.
Boah, in VR sieht das so geil aus. Und ist es in VR? Ja, ne? Mit Oculus haben sie ja gerade gezeigt.
The bravest people fighting in this war. But you really should stop. There is no future in it.
Sorry to interrupt, Lieutenant.
This holiday. Oh, what the fuck?
Be a wild ride, but we'll get you there.
Jet fighters, brace yourselves.
Es gibt doch Black Ops, dann gibt's Call of Duty. Irgendein Shooter-Game hatten die doch angesprochen. Wie hieß denn das?
Like I said, boom.
There are things as people I'm willing to sacrifice myself for.
Medal of Honor. Above and Beyond. Okay, doch gar nichts von beiden, was ich gedacht hätte. Definitely Reality. Oculus Quest. Go behind the story. Okay. Geht noch eine halbe Stunde, Leute.
That looks incredible, and now we're here with Respawn Entertainment's Peter Hirschman, Game Director on Medal of Honor Above and Beyond.
Digga, dieser Bart, Bruder.
Experience. Peter, I gotta say, the trailer really grabbed me. Such an incredible story that you're telling to. Tell us a bit about this single-player experience. What can we expect?
Well, Jeff, thank you for having us on the show. I'm representing a whole team back at Respawn that's been working really hard on this, and it's so exciting to premiere the trailer with you. Medal of Honor, going back to its roots, was always about putting the player in the boots of a soldier fighting in World War II. And with VR, we're able to do that in almost a literal way. It's definitely the most
Die Szene mit dem Panzer fand ich geil, Alter, wo der so über diesen Graben gefahren ist.
You as a player being recruited into the Office of Strategic Services, commonly known as the OSS, and their mission was sabotage, espionage, search and rescue, everything in between. You name it, they did it. And they're known by a different set of initials now, the CIA. But during World War II,
Wenn irgendein Cringe-Game kommt, dann gucke ich mal kurz in den Live-Chat rein.
And that allows us to tell a story where you get to go to these places and locations and participate in events that
Ich glaube, dass entweder Graf oder so mal kurz eingeschaltet hat und irgendwas reingeschrieben hat. Ich hoffe, der Ton ist nicht zu laut.
Tell us a bit about how you're using that to tell the story. It seems like it's all kind of through a first-person perspective, but there are some story sequences. How do you tell the story?
Oh, well, we shot over 120 pages of narrative, which is more than some feature films. We had a huge international cast of phenomenal actors, and it was fantastic. And the story follows a classic three-act structure. Act one is working with the French resistance. getting ready for the invasion. Act 2 is D-Day itself and the fight to get to Berlin. And then the third act is dealing with the Nazi secret weapon program, which involved things like the 262 jet and the V2 rocket and things that could have really turned the tide of the war if we hadn't stopped them. So you get to go on this journey, this story. And the story is shot all from your perspective. Because it's VR, your head is the camera. We don't have cutscenes, we don't have edits. Everything revolves around your perspective. So you experience this story completely in first person as if you are there. So it creates a much more intimate and emotional connection with the characters and the things going on around you. It was an incredible way to shoot.
Gerade irgendwelche komischen Geräusche gehört.
The player throughout the 3 weeks that we were on stage. And all the actors are always reacting and talking to you directly. And in VR, it's such a powerful thing. It's all about building that emotional connection, and it just makes the experience all the more authentic.
Well, you and Vince, I know this series is really close to your heart, and I'm like, wow, there's so much there to experience. It looks really rich and detailed, obviously authentic as well. Paying tribute to everyone that was involved in the war. I wanted to ask you also about multiplayer, which is something that Respawn is really known for, and you've had a great single player experience, but I hear you might also be doing MP too?
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, the thing about VR is that, I've spent we know each other.
Digga, es laggt einfach nur. Und das ist nicht mein Stream, der hier laggt, sondern der von Gamescom. Von denen, der gerade streamen hier, ist ja auch Gamescom offiziell hier.
And in VR, you know how you duck, you just duck. And how you lean in VR, you just lean. And so the ability to lean around a corner.
Der PC im Hintergrund ist richtig geil.
Is just it heightens the tension so much. It makes it feel all the more real. And when you put that into a multiplayer experience, it just raises it to a whole nother level. So we are shipping, in addition to the campaign, we are shipping a full suite of VR modes, including a few that you can only do in VR. And we're really excited about people playing those, after it comes out.
Wow, well, definitely a full-blown VR experience. I gotta say, I'm really excited to put the headset on and try this, and it's coming out later this year, right?
Coming out holiday, so yeah, fasten your seatbelts. We are so excited to bring it to players. We've been working on it a long time. Like you mentioned, it's a passion project for Vince and I and everyone at Respawn. It's a wonderful full circle experience for a lot of us that started our careers working on those original set, going back first one and Allied Assault, and now to be able to bring Above and Beyond to a whole new generation is one of the most exciting things we've been involved with.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Peter. Opening Night Live will be right back, and in the meantime, here's a look at a new game that is launching tonight.
Okay, ein neues Spiel, was diese Nacht veröffentlicht wird.
The world was broken, fractured by the magic the Vow Keepers said they would protect us from. Spellstorms still rage across the ruins of the Hollowlands. This is proof, they said. It isn't safe. It can't be controlled. Magic cannot be used. But I am a battle mage. I have broken my vow, and now I fight to break free.
Ja, ist jetzt nicht so meins, ehrlich gesagt. Mir kommt das so ein bisschen vor wie so Battle Royale irgendwie. Spellbreak. Keine Ahnung, noch nie gehört. Launching September 3. Am 3. September. Play for free, ja, war klar. Ist irgendwie so ein typisches Epic Games Spiel. Warum machen die Werbung für Red Bull, Digga? Flight Simulator! Oh, Sea of Thieves! Was gerade Minecraft Dungeons? Sea of Thieves und Flight Simulator. Oh, hier Dingens. Totally Battle Simulator. Resident Evil 7, The Witcher, dann Halo, dann dieses geile... Ja, hier werden wir es auch nochmal sehen, was alles für Spiele sind. Overcooked. Ich bin aber kein Xbox-Fan. Ja. Ich hatte noch nie eine Xbox und werde auch keine haben. PlayStation und Nintendo ist mein Favorite. Minecraft. Switch. Oh, Ori.
So many great games in Xbox Game Pass, and many of tonight's games are in it as well. Every year at Gamescom, we like to highlight some incredible games made in Germany. And tonight, we have a special announcement about one of the most legendary German games of all time, created by Factor 5. Enjoy.
Deutsches Game.
最初タリカンの音楽を聴いた時に曲が素晴らしいだけじゃなくてアミガのサウンドそのものも素晴らしいと思いましたね。日本じゃ
Wenn ich das schon wieder höre, Digga. Hatte ich Maska Shamalakala.
Each of their games pushed game technology as far as possible. I'd say they're one of the greatest indie developers of all time.
サウンドはすごいわ、グラフィックは綺麗だわ、ゲームプレイも滑らかで満足いくものだわ。
Hachikama, Dishimaskalo, Kalbhalla.
とても嬉しく思っているし、これはまた当時みたいにみんなに見せ
Sind halt die Japaner, ne?
This was the first game that allowed me to completely fulfill my musical vision. It defined my career and the fans have been there ever since. To this day, it's one of my proudest works.
Welcome back to Turrican. Fecker. Fand ich nicht so geil. Destiny 2.
A new era of Destiny 2 that starts on November 10th with Beyond Light. For the first time ever, Guardians will add a new elemental power to their arsenal, the dark power of Stasis. With Stasis, players will take on the powers of darkness to control and dominate the battle. Here's an all-new look at Stasis from Destiny 2, Beyond Light.
The floodgates are open. The darkness is here. The as you step away from the light.
Ich guck grad so, ich schlaf gleich ein.
Only look inward.
Bin wirklich ein bisschen müde, Leute, aber gucken wir uns das hier noch zu Ende an. Geht noch eine Viertelstunde ungefähr.
Is far from over.
Let them come. This is their fate. One after another.
Destiny 2 Beyond Light, November 10, 2020.
I have one more award to give out tonight, and that is Best Sony PlayStation Game. So, without further
Best PlayStation Game?
ado, the winner is Cyberpunk 2077.
Das war nicht mehr draußen.
Of course, there are even more awards than the ones I announced tonight. So check out the Gamescom Awards user voting, where you can vote for your favorite streamer, Gamescom's Most Wanted, and Best of Gamescom. The winners will be revealed at Gamescom Best of Show, along with cool cosplayers, esports, and more. So tune in on Sunday, August 30th at 8 p.m. Central European Time to see the grand finale of this year's Gamescom, where we give gamers the stage. That's it for me tonight, but before I turn it back to Jeff, I just want to say that I hope everyone out there is staying safe and healthy. We're all in this together, so take care. Back to you, Jeff.
Thank you very much, Sydney. It's great to have you on the show again this year. A lot of people have been wondering, what will the next generation of gaming feel like? How will it be different? What is that generational difference? Well, back in June, we saw
Ratchet and Clank
Rift Apart from Insomniac Games, a title which uses the power of PlayStation 5, the SSD hard drive, and the DualSense controller to create an experience that Insomniac says is only possible on brand new hardware. Well, now it's time for you to decide if you see the difference. Here's extended, uninterrupted demo of live PlayStation 5 gameplay of Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Enjoy.
Gibt's jetzt Gameplay? Oh. Rift Apart.
We're back. And not far from where we last saw. We may still have time to put a stop to this.
Hey, I think I found the Wombat!
Oh dear. Let's show them how it's done. Alright. Bringing out the big guns.
Auf jeden Fall sieht schon mal cool aus. Gameplay technisch auch geil. Finde ich persönlich. Ich habe Ratchet und Clank schon mal auf der PlayStation 4 angespielt. Bloß kurz, aber ich fand es trotzdem cool. Ich finde es schön, dass das Spiel einen Nachfolger bekommt. Für Next Gen.
Dimensionator, Nefarious. Put down the Dimensionator. Yeah, right. They finally be free of the both of you. Soon, everything you see will be mine. Say goodbye.
Call of Duty Cold War. Das war das, was mir gefehlt hat. Digga. Das laggt.
The rifts appeared to your device. Trying it at one of them.
Ich finde diese Animation geil, wenn er sich zu diesem Portal hinzieht. Das finde ich geil. Boah, der Stream geht jetzt schon fast 2,5 Stunden, Alter. Krass.
Or at least a very large octopus.
Oh, das ist geil. Durch so verschiedene Portale zu fliegen.
Hey, at least we're on the same planet this time. Nefarious is on the other side of that building. Let's get moving before he does anything else to break reality.
Boah, richtig zerfetzt, Alter. Bruder. Wow, wie der Gegner sich versucht zu tarnen, Alter. Ich hab schon so oft wieder Alter gesagt. Bruder, ich meine.
Away from Nefarious. Oh, no, not right now. Whoa! The dimensions are weakening considerably.
Boah, geil. Das feiere ich, Alter. Richtig nice.
Well, it is certainly not good. Right.
Hey, lol, Piraten. Oder? Ich glaube schon.
Ratchet. We are too late. Ratchet?
Who?
Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. PlayStation exclusive. Play has no limits. Oh ne. Oh Gott.
Rift Apart, and now I am joined by Marcus Smith and Mike Daly from Insomniac Games. Guys, it was so great to see that long, uninterrupted of Rift Apart, and I have so many questions. It's amazing to see what you're doing with the power of PS5 SD. Let me ask you first, Marcus, what are you able to do with Rift Apart that you haven't been able to do before in a Ratchet game because of the power of PS5?
I mean, first and foremost, it's just pure horsepower. Enables us to fill our worlds with the kind of density and life that we've never been able to before. More important, perhaps, though, is the dimensional shifting that we have going on, which uses the SSD that allows us to fling the player from planet to planet.
Geiler goldener Käfer, den da oben links hat. Noch diese große Fliege da. Geil.
The Rift tether that in demo, we had seen some of that in the trailer. So that's all actual gameplay. Mike, I'm curious, like how does that work as you kind of play through the game? Are there certain moments and levels where you can jump, or how do you play through it?
In the game, there is dimensional damage spread throughout the galaxy that Ratchet & Clank have to find a way to fix. And you can find these weak points in space-time that you can pull to you with your Rift tether. It's like being able to lasso a portal.
Okay, das letzte Spiel, was sie wahrscheinlich zeigen werden, ist COD. Irgend noch was anderes auf jeden Fall. In 5 Minuten sollte es zu Ende sein. Aber durch die Verspätung, vielleicht wird das hinten dran gehangen.
That's right. Yep.
Wow. All right. You so confident, both of you say it. I like it. Now, let me ask you about DualSense. That's something that is a big part of PS5. I've had a chance to hands on the controller with the triggers and the haptics. How are you using that to sort of impact the gameplay of Rift Apart?
So every Ratchet & Clank game is a powerful arsenal of weapons that just exude a ton of personality. And the DualSense is sort of like, it feels like it was made for Ratchet & Clank.
Ey, guck mal nach unten rechts, der hat einen PS5-Controller, kann das sein?
So for example, your burst pistol, of course it gives you like a satisfying click.
Kann das sein, dass der hier einen PS5-Controller liegen hat?
The shatter bomb, you can actually feel the energy pulsing off the grenade fade away as it gets further apart from you. Basically, the haptics are expressive enough that every weapon feels different and you can.
Guck mal hier unten, ne? Sieht aus, als wäre das ein PS5-Controller hier unten. Seht ihr das?
We can actually use that as a super intuitive way to add alternate functions to the weapons. So on the demo, we've got the Enforcer, which is a double shotgun. You can pull the trigger way down until you hit resistance to fire a single barrel. And then whenever you feel like it's the right time, pull it the rest of the way for a double shot. So you might be swarmed by a bunch of little enemies. You only want to waste one shot on them. And then wait a minute for even more to swarm in before finishing them off. But a big guy, you probably want to just give both barrels to right away. So there's a nice intuitive way of basically raising the skill ceiling and giving you more ways better.
Wow, no, I'm excited to see how you guys are going to roll that out across what I'm sure are an insane, group of weapons as always. Plus, Marcus, tell us a bit about this game. I think some fans have wondered, does this tie into the movie plot line, the game plot line? Like, tell us in the Ratchet verse where this sits.
Well, canonically, this is an extension of Ratchet & Clank Into the Nexus, the 2013 game. A standalone adventure. So it's one that, even if you've never played a Ratchet & Clank game, you can get into it and you'll understand it. And for hardcore fans, we have a lot of nods. You're gonna see a lot of returning characters and planets, and all through a whole new light of multiple dimensionality.
Yeah, no, this Rift tether thing I think looks really exciting. And how often, like, that something we saw in the demo? Is that something you're going to see like frequently in the game? Are there special moments? Like, I guess I'm curious, like how often you use that technique for gameplay.
So the Rift tether has created these anomalies all throughout the galaxy. You'll encounter those. There's even a few more types of dimensional damage you'll encounter that we haven't shown yet. Now, being pulled between worlds, that's localized to chasing after Dr. Nefarious in the demo. And that's sort of reserved for special moments when you really have to, when the dimensional damage really tears wide open.
Well, I gotta say, it's incredible. And then at the end, we got another tease of this.
Der linke Typ irgendwie so. Labert der, wie lange labert der denn, ey? Wie lange labert der denn?
I mean, the world is more interesting with mysteries, and we're gonna have to keep this one a little.
Do we get a number of letters in her name or anything?
Too many smart people on the internet. They'll figure it out right away.
She's not named Abby, though, right? All right, well, we'll have to wait and see what you guys have in store for us. I gotta say, I mean, it looks incredible. The Ratchet games are always so much fun, and as you said, of the power of SSD and the DualSense all coming together, it looks really exciting. Before we go, though, I think everyone around the world wants to know when we're gonna get to play this game. Anything you can share with us on where you're at in development right now? Mike?
So Ratchet is coming out in the PS5 launch window. So we haven't announced a specific release date yet, so stay tuned for that.
What kind of window? Is it big window? So no, I'm just kidding. All right, that's all we're gonna get, I'm sure. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart coming in the launch window for PlayStation 5. I gotta say, Insomniac.
Es kommt mit dem Launcher PS5 raus, okay.
They're doing across PlayStation, and the game looks incredible.
Nice.
So thank you so much for all you've done, and we look forward to Rift Apart soon.
Thanks, Jeff. Take care.
All right, Marcus and Mike from Insomniac, thanks for showing us that first look at Ratchet & Clank PlayStation 5, and that's going to do it for opening night. Thank you so much for watching from around the world, and
okay, das war's anscheinend.
All weekend for more live Gamescom coverage at gamescom.global. As for us, we'll see you later this year for the Game Awards 2020. Our team is hard at work to build a very special live show for you coming in December. We'll see you then. Good night.
Good night. Alright, Leute. Kommt jetzt hier noch irgendwas? Ich glaube nicht, ne? Okay, guys. Ja, nehmen wir einfach mal hier. So. Also, Freunde. Wir kommen zum Fazit von mir. Also, ich muss sagen, es gab Spiele, die mich interessiert haben und es gab Spiele, die ich nicht so interessant fand, aber ich gehe mal auf meine Favorites jetzt ein. Also auf jeden Fall, was mich am meisten überrascht hat, ist tatsächlich dieser Star Wars Sims 4 DLC, der nächsten Monat am 9. Was kommt nach August? September? Ja, ne? Ich glaube September ist nächsten Monat. Auf jeden Fall im nächsten Monat rauskommt. Der DLC hat mich wirklich sehr überrascht. Dann Ratchet & Clank natürlich. Also finde ich bis jetzt auch noch ein mega geiles Game. Dann, warte mal, vielleicht zeigen sie noch irgendwas hier? Nee, ne?
Miranda, how are you feeling about this one?
I'm actually
schedule so you don't miss a thing.
She's not named Abby though, right? Live show for you coming in December. We'll see you then. Good night.
Zeigen die jetzt noch was? Nee, ne? We hope to enjoy the show. See you next year.
And from Webedia, Sebastian Ostowski and Michael.
Ey, den einen kenne ich doch. Ist doch von irgendeinem... Ja, scheiß drauf. Auf jeden Fall, also der DLC von Sims war geil, dann Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga war geil, Ratchet und Clank war geil, dann Star Wars Squadrons oder wie es auch immer heißt, war geil. Ja, noch teilweise andere Spiele, die mich vom Grafikstil überzeugt haben oder vom Gameplay. Genau, und ja, Fall Guys Season 2, klar. Also hat mich auch richtig gefreut, dass sie da was gezeigt zu haben. Und ja, unser Stream geht jetzt auch schon über 2,5 Stunden. Mir hat die Präsentation sehr gefallen. Eure Meinung dazu auf jeden Fall in den Kommentare oder in den Live-Chat. Ich gucke jetzt nochmal in den Live-Chat, ob mir jemand was Kann ich irgendwie auf deinen City-Building-Server... Kann ich irgendwie auf den City... Moin, dann kann ich irgendwie auf den City... Okay, den werde ich auf jeden Fall erstmal... Den werde ich auf jeden Fall erstmal blockieren, den Typen. Weil wenn der hier 300 Mal das gleiche Kommentar reinschreibt, dann geht es meiner Meinung nach überhaupt nicht. So, wo war ich stehen geblieben? Also auf jeden Fall, Spiele genannt, geile Präsentation, hat mir mega Spaß gemacht. Achso, jetzt kommt's. Little Nightmares, das fand ich noch geil, den zweiten Teil. Also wirklich, das fand ich richtig geil. Dann noch teilweise die ganzen Vorstellungen von Spiele, Project Cars 3, auch wenn dazu jetzt kein Gameplay oder so gezeigt wurde, aber einfach mal Trailer so. Ne, fand ich richtig geil. Auf jeden Fall so die Titel, die auf jeden Fall schon bekannt waren, sage ich mal so, gefallen mir bis jetzt immer noch. Also Star Wars, Sims DLC, Little Nightmares, ich habe schon wieder alles vergessen, Ratchet und Clank und auf jeden Fall das, was mich vom Grafikstil überzeugt hat, Gameplay und sowieso meine Favorites, ja. Leute, ich bedanke mich an der Stelle fürs Zusehen. Like, Abo, ihr wisst Bescheid. Und Glocke aktivieren, um keinen Stream mehr zu verpassen. Morgen geht's weiter mit Minecraft City Building und ja, einem weiteren Gamescom-Stream eventuell. Ja, ich weiß nicht, was die nächsten Tage jetzt noch kommt. Ich hoffe, vielleicht nochmal in den nächsten 4 Tagen Präsentationen, wo wir neue Spiele sehen. Oder vielleicht auch irgendwie, sie hat ja irgendwas von erwähnt hier, eine Frau da von IGN, The Best Crossplay Typ da. Und dann What's Your Favorite Gamer und so ein ganzes Zeug. Und da kriegen die dann auch noch irgendwie Preise. I don't know. Und ja, ich bin auf jeden Fall gespannt, was den nächsten Tag jetzt so kommen wird. Ich werde mich da auf jeden Fall informieren. Und dann werde ich an den jeweiligen Tagen streamen. Aber auf jeden Fall, was jetzt feststeht schon mal, ist, dass wir Freitag, Samstag und Sonntag Minecraft weiter streamen. Danach wird es erstmal wahrscheinlich nichts mehr geben, weil dann für mich die Schule losgeht und ich erstmal wieder reinkommen muss, ne? Könnt ihr, glaube ich, alle verstehen. Ich will euch jetzt aber auch nicht länger aufhalten. Schlaft schon, Leute, gute Nacht. Und wir sehen uns morgen bei Minecraft wieder, ne? Haut rein. Euer Switchy. Warte mal.
Made for the campaign. And it is done by Raven instead of...
Jetzt fällt mir ein, Leute. Mafia, das war noch geil. Mafia fand ich auch richtig cool. Ja. Und welche Spiele mir nicht gefallen haben, das könnt ihr nochmal selber nachgucken, wenn ihr wollt. Ja. Ne, ihr wisst Bescheid, Leute. Wie gesagt, vielen Dank fürs Zusehen. Hat mir sehr Spaß gemacht. Und wir sehen uns beim nächsten Video oder Stream wieder. Haut rein, euer Switchy. Schlaft schön. Und bis morgen. Tschüss.